So once again, a CBC insider has quit, saying, you have no idea what goes on in the CBC. It is the most politically correct, woke, ineffective, multi-billion-dollar news organization in the world. Michael Diamond is a conservative. He joins me right now. He also knows a lot about the news. I want to put the question to you, Michael. Is this the final straw for the CBC as we know it? And perhaps somebody is finally going to say, let's get a handle on this.
Look, I really wish the answer were yes, but I think the answer is no. There's folks at CBC who I quite like. There's some of their programming. There's some of their programming that I quite like, but I think generally it's got to be, the funding's got to be slashed. It's got to be relooked at. We got to.
Their mandate has to be looked at.
Their mandate absolutely has to be looked at.
But you know what? It's being anti-democratic. They are so woke. They are following the PMO so much. They are ignoring the average person in this country. And the CBCer told me, she said, Stephen, sometimes we know your show with 3 people running it gets more across the country than we do.
Well, look, there's been freedom of information requests looking at website traffic and viewership, and it's dismal. It's actually embarrassing. And I think, there might be a role for a public broadcaster. I'm a monthly supporter of PBS. I watch it. I'm not a freeloader. I donate. And I think, that might be one model that should be looked at for the Canadian public broadcaster instead of these gigantic taxpayer subsidies where they're taking tax money from folks like you to compete with you.
Yeah. So, but there's also the whole management. The management is thick with lefties and people who are so sycophantic. They want to do anything to please a PMO. And so we have somebody, and I understand she has a personal situation. The president lives in Manhattan with all those wonderful influences and runs the CBC, and everybody up here is doing their best to agree with her.
Look, we see it in their coverage. We saw it how the 2015 election really, I think, put it into perspective how hard they were on the Conservative re-election and how easy and the kid gloves they used on Justin Trudeau. And if you look at the politics at that time, we had a Conservative leader who was certainly highly skeptical of the CBC and a Liberal leader who was going to open those faucets even more of taxpayer money. So we saw it then. Now the situation is, we have a Conservative Party that's gone from traditionally wanting to look at defunding or really being a harsh critic to the CBC to wanting to have a conversation about the future of the CBC. So that's going to certainly, I think, impact why I'm pessimistic about the future of major reform for the broadcaster.
I think your pessimism is well-founded, but I still think that people should start saying, this is costing us a fortune. It's even worse than the gas tax.
Absolutely. Skepticism and public outcry will be the first step towards political will.
Michael Diamond, maybe the Toronto Star and the CBC should join hands and go.
Haven't they?
They already have. 3 minutes. Thank you very, very much for watching and for engaging in the 3 minutes, which will carry you through most discussions for the day. 2022 is going to be a very, very tough year. Stay with us. Please tell your friends to subscribe and PayPal. Thanks.